Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something we all encounter every single day. Sugar. It's in our coffee, our healthy snacks, our sauces. It's everywhere. And while most of us know that cutting back on sugar can help with weight loss, that's really just scratching the surface. The conversation around sugar often gets stuck on calories and pounds, but the real life-changing benefits go so much deeper than what you see on the scale. Today, we're diving into the top 5 benefits you'll feel when you go sugar-free beyond just losing weight. These aren't just anecdotes, they're real, tangible improvements that can fundamentally change how you feel and function every single day. I want to explore the science behind what happens to your body and mind when you break free from the constant cycle of sugar highs and lows. We're going to look at everything from your energy levels and mental focus to the health of your skin and even your heart. These are the kinds of benefits that don't just help you look better, they help you feel better. So if you've ever felt like you're in a constant battle with brain fog, afternoon slumps, or just a general feeling of being off, this video is for you. We're going to break down each benefit one by one, and I'll explain the biological mechanisms at play in a way that's easy to understand. By the end of this, you'll see that reducing your sugar intake isn't about deprivation. It's about giving yourself the gift of better health from the inside out. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about energy. How many of you rely on a sugary snack or a sweet coffee drink to get through that 3 p.m. slump? It feels like it works, right, for a moment, but what you're actually doing is hopping on a roller coaster of energy spikes and crashes. When you consume a high-sugar food, your blood glucose shoots up, giving you that initial burst of energy. But your body, specifically your pancreas, responds by releasing a flood of insulin to bring that blood sugar back down. The problem is it often overcorrects, causing your blood sugar to plummet, leaving you feeling more tired, irritable, and sluggish than before. This is the classic sugar crash. By cutting out or significantly reducing added sugars, you're stepping off that roller coaster. Instead of relying on these rapid, unsustainable bursts of energy, your body can turn to more stable sources of fuel, like complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and proteins. These foods are broken down much more slowly, providing a steady, controlled release of glucose into your bloodstream. This means no more dramatic spikes and no more debilitating crashes. You get a consistent stream of energy that lasts for hours, not minutes. Imagine going through your entire day without that desperate need for a pick-me-up. You wake up feeling refreshed, you stay focused and productive through your morning meetings, you eat lunch and don't immediately feel like you need a nap, and you still have energy left in the evening to spend with your family or on your hobbies. This isn't some far-off dream. It's the reality for many people who make the switch. Now for a benefit you can see in the mirror-clearer skin. Have you ever noticed that a weekend of indulging in desserts and sweet treats is followed by a week of breakouts? That's not a coincidence. There's a strong, scientifically backed link between high sugar consumption and skin problems, especially acne. When you eat sugar, it causes a spike in insulin, as we've discussed. But this insulin spike also triggers a cascade of other hormonal responses, including an increase in androgen production and a hormone called insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. These hormones are known to kick your oil glands into overdrive. This excess oil or sebum is one of the key ingredients for acne. It clogs your pores, creating the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive and for inflammation to take hold. Speaking of inflammation, sugar is a major pro-inflammatory agent in the body. It promotes a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins like collagen and elastin, the very proteins that keep your skin firm and supple. This process creates harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. So when you reduce your sugar intake, you're tackling skin issues from multiple angles. You're stabilizing the hormones that lead to excess oil production, reducing the fuel for acne-causing bacteria. You're also dialing down the systemic inflammation that can make your skin look red and irritated. This next one is huge, and it's all about what's happening upstairs, your mood and your mental clarity. We often talk about comfort food, which is usually high in sugar, but the comfort it provides is fleeting and often comes at a cost. The same blood sugar roller coaster that tanks your physical energy also wreaks havoc on your brain. The rapid spikes and falls in glucose can lead to irritability, anxiety, and significant mood swings. Your brain requires a stable supply of fuel to function optimally, and when it's being subjected to these extremes, your emotional regulation can go completely out of whack. Furthermore, chronic high sugar intake has been linked to inflammation in the brain. Neuroinflammation is now being studied for its role in mood disorders, including depression. Sugar can also interfere with the body's ability to cope with stress by messing with your cortisol levels, and it can disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiome. And as we're increasingly learning, the gut-brain axis is a powerful two-way street. An unhappy gut, often fed by too much sugar, can contribute to an unhappy mind. This is why you might feel mentally foggy, unfocused, and just off after a sugar binge. When you cut out sugar, you give your brain the stability it craves. With a steady supply of energy, you'll likely find that your moods become more even-keeled. The brain fog starts to lift, replaced by improved focus, concentration, and memory. You're not just avoiding the lows, you're creating a new, higher baseline for your mental state. Many people report feeling sharper, more resilient to stress, and more emotionally in control. It's a profound shift that allows you to engage with your life with a clearer and more positive mindset. Let's move on to an organ that works tirelessly for you every second of every day, your heart. We've been conditioned to think that fat, especially saturated fat, is the main dietary villain when it comes to heart disease. While that's a nuanced topic for another day, a growing body of evidence points a very strong finger at an even bigger culprit: added sugar. Consuming too much sugar can have a devastating impact on your cardiovascular system through several different mechanisms. It's not just about the indirect effect of weight gain. Sugar has a direct and damaging effect on your heart and blood vessels. One of the most significant effects is on your triglycerides. Your liver metabolizes fructose, a component of table sugar and high fructose corn syrup, and a major byproduct of that process is the creation of triglycerides, a type of fat found in your blood. High levels of triglycerides are a well-established risk factor for heart disease. At the same time, high sugar intake has been shown to lower your levels of HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol that helps remove the bad LDL cholesterol from your arteries. So you're getting a double whammy, more of the bad stuff and less of the good stuff. This combination is a recipe for atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of the arteries, but it doesn't stop there. Studies have consistently shown that high sugar diets are linked to higher blood pressure and increased systemic inflammation, both of which are major drivers of cardiovascular disease. By cutting back on sugar, you are taking one of the single most effective steps to protect your heart. You're helping to lower your triglycerides, potentially raise your good HDL cholesterol, manage your blood pressure, and reduce the chronic inflammation that damages your blood vessels. This isn't a minor tweak, it's a fundamental change that can dramatically lower your risk for heart attack and stroke over the long term. Finally, let's talk about your body's first line of defense, your immune system. Especially over the last few years, we've all become more aware of how important it is to have a robust immune response to fight off infections. What you might not know is that your sugar habit could be actively suppressing your body's ability to protect you. The link here is surprisingly direct. Some studies, including a classic one from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have shown that consuming a large dose of sugar, think the amount in a couple of sodas, can temporarily blunt the function of your neutrophils. Neutrophils are a type of white blood cell, and they are your immune system's frontline soldiers. Their job is to engulf and destroy invading pathogens like bacteria and viruses. The process they use is called phagocytosis. The research suggests that high levels of sugar in the bloodstream can impair this process, essentially making your immune cells sluggish and less effective for several hours after you've consumed the sugar. If you're constantly sipping on sugary drinks or snacking on sweets throughout the day, you could be keeping your immune system in a chronically suppressed state, making you more susceptible to whatever bug is going around the office or your kid's school. Beyond this direct effect, remember the chronic inflammation we talked about. A body that is constantly fighting low-grade, sugar-fueled inflammation has fewer resources to mount a strong, acute response when a real threat like a virus appears. It's like having your emergency services tied up with minor issues all day long. When a big fire breaks out, they're too depleted to respond effectively. By removing that constant inflammatory stressor of sugar, you free up your immune system to do its real job, protecting you from illness. A sugar-free lifestyle can mean fewer colds, quicker recovery times, and a body that's simply better equipped to keep you healthy. So there you have it, 5 powerful science-backed benefits of going sugar-free that have nothing to do with the number on the scale. We're talking about stable energy, clearer skin, a sharper mind, a healthier heart, and a stronger immune system. These are the things that truly impact your quality of life every single day. It's about feeling good, not just looking a certain way. Reducing sugar isn't about a restrictive, joyless diet. It's about making a conscious choice to fuel your body for optimal health and vitality. It's one of the most empowering things you can do for your well-being. I want to encourage you to give it a try. You don't have to go cold turkey overnight. Maybe start by cutting out sugary drinks, then move on to sugary breakfast cereals and see how you feel. Pay attention to your body and notice the small changes. I would absolutely love to hear about your journey, so please share your experiences, your challenges, and your successes in the comments below. What was the hardest part? What was the most surprising benefit you noticed? Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to get started on their own path to better health. If you would like to find out more about a sugar-free diet and including recipes and tips, please download our free 100-page ebook from the link in the bio today. Thank you so much for watching and for investing this time in your health. If you found this video helpful and informative, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more deep dives into your health and wellness.